Well, I'm Ranger Doug. I play the swing rhythm guitar with the Time Jumpers, rhythm only. I believe it was December of 2000 that I became a part of this happy organization, and it's been a wonderful 15 years. The two most memorable experiences that come to mind in this industry, no, three. One is playing at the Hollywood Bowl with the Riders in the Sky, which is a group I started 38 and a half years ago. And one is winning the Grammys, 2 Grammys with Riders in the Sky. And number 3 is playing Carnegie Hall with the Time Jumpers. It's been a pretty darn great career. I'm glad to still be doing it. Empty rooms is all Paul's fault. We were Paul Franklin. We were all in the dressing room, and I sang a snatch of something or another, Crazy Arms or something. He said, well, you ought to sing a shuffle with this group. And I thought to myself, well, if I'm going to sing one, I have to write one. So I just had several ideas running around in my head, and one of them was what it would be like if someone you loved left and your house was empty. And I wrote a shuffle, Empty Room. I like it. It's got those little bit of old-time country shuffle, and Paul Franklin played a great steel break on it that made it right of the era. And it's got those poetic lines, when shadows spread their silent wings. I mean, it's a little, it's got a little poetic edge. I really love that old-time harmony, like the Ray Price with the high tenor behind it, and the Buck Owens and the Louvin brothers. And so I convinced Vince to come in and be my high tenor singer for an afternoon, and I thought it turned out real well.
Now just because you're pretty, you think you're mighty wise.
Well, I got into Bloodshot Eyes. I'm a fan of Hank Penny. We actually got to work with Hank Penny with Riders in the Sky many, many years ago. He sat in with us, and he's the man that wrote, "Won't You Ride in My Little Red Wagon?" But he wrote this song, Bloodshot Eyes, in 1951, I think. And I think I first heard Asleep at the Wheel do it. It was on their first album, if I remember. I was goofing around with it one day, and Larry Franklin, who had played with Asleep at the Wheel for a number of years, just picked it up. He knew, he had all the licks because he'd played it with them. And so the version I have is kind of a combination of Hank Penny's version and Asleep at the Wheels. In a group with so many fabulously talented singers, especially Vince and Dawn, of course, my role is a little more comedic, I think. And I try to bring a little laughter and a little lightness, a little less seriousness, I guess, to some of the songs, and that was one of them. The yodel song is always goofy, and the big jump at the end. I mean, it's just part of what little I bring to this wonderful organization.
Don't roll those bloodshot eyes at me. I can tell you